Hi, I'm Helen, and welcome to Athletic Yoga. This class is specifically designed for fitness enthusiasts, recreational athletes, or competitive athletes. We're going to target towards the muscles that get tight in athletic sports and fitness activities. So as we go through this class, we'll begin with an awakening series where we'll prepare the body for the work ahead. Then we'll go into a warm-up series using sun salutations to warm the body. We'll do 3 standing series. The first one will be geared towards strength, the second one towards flexibility, and the last one towards balance. Then we're going to come to the floor and do 2 stabilization series, integrating flexibility work with core work as we blend through those. We'll finish the class with a flexibility series into relaxation. Enjoy this, let your body open up and feel good. Before we begin our practice today, you'll want to come to bare feet and get yourself a yoga mat. Joining us today for our yoga practice, we have Sky and Min. As we go through the class today, choose the postures that feel right on your body. We're going to do some that are challenging today, but we'll always progress through the series. Let's begin by doing an awakening series. Come around onto your hands and knees, and bring your knees directly underneath your hips and your hands underneath your shoulders. With a nice long spine, relax the shoulders down and away from the ears. And now just gently tuck the pelvis underneath you and round your back into a cat stretch. And from the pelvis, extend the tailbone back, lengthening the spine, opening the chest and gazing forward. Again, gently from the pelvis, draw upwards into a gentle C curve, and then extend and lengthen. Now let's bring breath awareness to the movement. Exhale as you round the spine, and then inhale to lengthen back out. Matching your breath with your movement, exhale, and then inhale and lengthen. To that center point between the two, neither extended or flexed through the spine. So in neutral spinal position, just take your hips side to side, releasing any tension that you've got through the low back. And then come to the center and then draw a little circle around with your pelvis. So you just get the pelvis moving, releasing through the hips. And then reverse the direction of that circle. Come back to the center, draw the navel in one more time into a cat stretch as you exhale, and then inhale and lengthen, gazing upwards gently, and then come to center. Walk the inside edges of your feet together and your knees apart as you take your hands out front. Coming to child's pose, extend the arms directly from the shoulders and then the head come down towards the mat. So as you settle into your child's pose, we're going to work towards breathing here, becoming aware of our breath in our child's pose. As you inhale, allow the back rib cage to expand, filling your body with air. And as you exhale, feel the softness come into your body. Your inhalations will give you strength in your yoga practice, and your exhalations bring relaxation. So as we move through the challenging postures, use your inhalation to give you the strength and stability to hold on, and use your exhalation to let go of that tension. Whether you breathe through your nose or your mouth doesn't matter. Deep breath is what we're looking to achieve. Bringing yourself forward onto your hands, walk your hands directly underneath your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Brace through the core body by gently lifting the abdominal wall up. And then extend your right arm out in front of you. Turn the right palm of the hand up towards the ceiling and then bend your elbow and place it on the shoulder. Now lift the elbow as if your elbow is going to reach towards the side of the room. Inhale, and I want you to look under the arm and open your rib cage and look up towards the ceiling as we come into an extension with rotation. And now draw the navel in and round the back to your cat stretch, keeping your opposite arm straight. Reach your elbow across to the opposite leg. And then inhale, open, gazing upwards. Exhale, coming through, curling through the spine. Inhale, opening again. Exhale, and drawing in, weaving your rib cage into the body, letting the back rib cage open, and then come back to neutral and lower the hand down. Set yourself up, stabilize again through the core, reach the opposite hand out in front. Turn the palm of the hand up, bend your elbow and place that hand on your shoulder, and then lift the elbow up so you feel length through the side of the arm, through the lats. Inhale, look under the arm, open up as you rotate the torso, and now exhale, come through and round into that cat stretch as you reach diagonally across. And then inhale, lift, and exhale through. Inhale again. Exhale. And then come to the center and bring the hand to the mat. Spread the hands again, rest through the shoulders, and now let the chest open down towards the mat as if you sink down into your shoulders like an old horse. And then push away. And then sink, and then push away. And feel the strength when you push away. One more time. Sink and push away and lengthen. Keeping that strong feeling through the upper body. Curl your toes under. Float the knees up off the mat. Step your right foot back. Step your left foot back and bring your feet about hip width apart. Strong through the legs. Firm your quadricep muscles so the knees are pulled up. Now from the quadricep muscles up to the core, draw up through the pelvic floor. Navel lifting up towards the spine. Inhale to the back rib cage. And as you exhale, bring the diaphragm upwards. Bend your knees. Press back into what I call crouching tiger. Move your feet to a comfortable place for you. And now the thighs and the rib cage come towards each other. So the front rib cages come towards the thighs, fully extending through the arms. And now roll one heel down, and then the opposite heel down. So just rolling from one foot to the opposite, releasing through the ankles, the lower legs, the hamstrings. And now come back to your crouching tiger. Look towards your hands, set your shoulder blades down. And you're going to take your right foot, step it outside of the right hand to a lunge. In this open lunge position, we're going to get through the hamstrings and the hip flexor of the opposing leg. It's a deep hip flexor stretch. Align your front shin bone in a vertical line where the knee is directly over the ankle, but the foot is slightly turned out and the hip slightly open. Soften your back knee down to the mat. Keep the hips moving down. And now bring your left hand directly underneath your left shoulder and your right hand to your thigh. Rotate towards your inner thigh. And as you rotate to the inner thigh, the back hip moves down even more deeply. Exhale and look over your back shoulder. If this is comfortable for you, take your right hand, reach it back, and wrap it around your low back to the opposite hip, and then open that shoulder even more. Breathing. Inhale, exhale, and let yourself go more deeply into the pose. Slowly unwind, bring your hand back to the mat, place hands shoulder width apart, curl your back toe under, lift that leg back up. Find energy through the upper body, strong through the arms, step back to your plank. From here, bend your knees, crouching tiger. Coming back, lengthening through the shoulders. Look up towards your hands, take that left foot out to the outside of your left hand. If when you step forward your foot gets stuck halfway, pick up the ankle and place it where you want it to go. Gently let the hips sink into that stretch. And then soften the knee down. Uncurl the toe and keep the hip moving down. From the hip, extend out through the rib cage and come to a slight back extension. Breathing into that. Taking your left hand to your thigh, now rotate and look in towards that inner thigh. As you look in towards that inner thigh, let the back hip move down towards the mat. Breathe into it. Let the tension go. Let yourself settle into the pose. Wrap the hand around to deepen the shoulder stretch and look up over the shoulder. Slowly unwind, bring the hand back to the mat. Energize your upper body. Curl the back toe under, lift the knee. Step back to your strong plank. Lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale fully, and as you exhale, broaden the upper chest. Allow the upper arms to move away from the ears, so there's space for the head to gently come down into the downward dog. Lift your heels, bend your knees, look to your hands, and either jump or step your feet in. Exhale, fold over your legs into your first forward bend. And then bend your knees back down. Come up onto the fingertips and lengthen the spine. Bringing your feet together so the mounds of the big toes are together and the toes are spread across the mat. Press down through the 4 points of your feet. The mound of the big toe, the mound of the little toe, the inner and outer heels pressing equally. Now lift the hips again, coming into your forward fold. If your hamstrings are tight, move your hands up the legs a little higher so that you can support yourself as you come into that forward bend. This is our first deep hamstring stretch, so take your time. Hamstrings are tight on most of our bodies, so take your time as you ease into this. Bend your knees, come back up onto the fingertips and create length in the spine. So imagine your sit bones are being pulled in one direction, the crown of the head is being pulled in the opposite direction. Keep that length. Stay seated into the hips and then raise the arms up and come to chair pose. As you come to chair pose, gently tuck the tailbone underneath you as if you're drawing the lower abdominal muscles up and away from your thighs. Strong through the core, press through the feet. Inhale, raise up all the way to standing. Exhale down through the center and come to heart center, to mountain pose, to Tadasana. We're going to begin our